Hi, everybody. Good morning. You get to see me in my fabulous e-learning hair. Yeah. And my back office here with my window with no snow so far, but I heard it's coming. Good morning, everybody. Hello. Hi. Happy first e-learning day of this year. I'm going to go through really quickly what you're going to do today. Okay. First, you're going to go to Google Classroom. You're going to go to classwork and you're going to see where it says today's work. And I'll just read it for you. It says, "Hi, everyone. Welcome to our first e learning day." It should be pretty easy to figure out. Basically, you're going to watch the entire video of instructions. Then you're going to do the work on Google Slides. So you have already selected the video, which is great. So I'm going to show you what you're going to do on Google Slides now. So basically, when you're ready, you're going to click on the Google Slides to start. Please, please, please make sure that you have watched the whole entire video of me talking about it. Okay. Here we go. All right. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to click on this link or this box right here, and you're going to watch a video. The video is about another scale, another tool we use to rank earthquakes. So yesterday we'd spent some time talking about, and you did a little research on how bad some earthquakes were, where the earthquakes were happening around the world. Isn't that crazy that there are like 40 of them going on? In the past 24 hours. You learned a little bit about what states are more common to have earthquakes, and you learned about the scale, right? The magnitude scale, which is sometimes called the Richter scale or the modified Mercalli scale, and basically rates the intensity of how strong the earthquake is. So a 2 is where you really don't feel it. A 10 is where you really feel it, and it's just like a tornado went through, a really bad tornado went through. Everything has been leveled, right? So what we're going to learn about today is called, let me go to slide 4, the modified Mercalli scale. This is a scale that's used for earthquakes also, but it's based on people's ratings. So instead of looking at how much energy was released by the earthquake, it's based on what people say happened while they experienced the earthquake and the damage around them. So to learn about this topic, first, I want you to watch the video. It's going to talk about the Mercalli scale. Then, what you're going to do once you've seen this whole video is you're going to go to the next slide. The next slide basically says that we're going to pretend that there is a media broadcast. So maybe it's over TV, maybe it's over the radio, and I'll read it for you. It says, "We regularly interrupt our scheduled program to bring you a special news report. Moments ago, the town of Wattsville was shaken by a strong earthquake. Residents in the broadcast area are invited to call our emergency response number. Give us your name, location, and tell us what you experienced during the quake. Stay tuned for the latest reports of what your neighbors saw and felt." So, what you're going to do is basically you're going to read a little response by 10 people. Okay. And then you're going to look at that and say, on the Mercalli scale, what would I give that as a ranking? And then you're going to put the number there. Okay. So definitely make sure you watch the video first. It'll help. All right. The directions of what I just talked about are right here on slide 3. When you go to 4, this is what you're going to reference. So again, if you can't see it very well, you might want to go up to this magnifying glass and zoom in a little bit so that you can see some of these words. But basically, a level 1 on the Mercalli scale is that people don't feel anything. A level 12 is almost everything is destroyed. Objects are thrown into the air, so even like cars, the ground moves in waves that ripples, and large amounts of rock may move. So, what you're going to be doing on the next couple slides is you're going to read each person and you're going to rank them based on the scale and the clues that you see. So, let's do the first one together. So, caller 1 said, "Hi, this is Charles from the hospital. We only had slight to moderate damage in the new, well built children's care building. The building containing most of our records was old and poorly built. Damage there was considerable." So, what we are going to do is you're going to look at the clue. So, it says the building containing most of our records was old and poorly built. Damage there was considerable. And you're going to go to the scale and you're going to look for where damage might be considerable. So let me blow this up a little bit more. I'm going to zoom in. Okay, so I'm going to look at the scale and I'm going to look for considerable damage. There we go. Number 9, well-built buildings suffer considerable damage. That means a lot. Let's see. And the one before it, yeah, it talks about drivers and things like that. So all you're going to do is just read the descriptor, find one that matches and say, okay, I think that sounds like a 9. So you're going to go back to the slide, and all you're going to do is type in the number that you think fits. And it's totally okay if you're 1 or 2 off. We're just practicing. Okay, let's try another one. Caller number 2 says, hello, my name is Roy, and I'm calling from the RQB Ranch. We were just sitting around the kitchen table when suddenly coffee sloshed out of all of our cups. Several cabinet doors opened up and dishes fell and broke. Okay, so we're going to look for cups that are sloshing around. We're going to look for cabinet doors open, dishes falling. So we go back to the scale, and now we're going to look at it again. So I'm going to make it larger again, and I'm going to look at the scale. And I'm just going to start looking. So here, most people indoors feel the movement. Dishes, windows, and doors rattle. I probably want them to fall over a little bit more. So I'm going to go down here. Here's 5. Sleeping people are awakened. Doors swing open. Dishes are broken. Small objects move or are turned over. That sounds like a 5. So what I'm going to do is type in, oops, let's make this smaller. I'm going to type in a 5. Come on. There we go. Okay, so that's all I want you to do for the rest of these people. Read the description, go back to the Mercalli scale, and try your best to try to give it a ranking. And we'll talk about tomorrow what this is basically used for. But I'll give you kind of a clue is that people will figure out where the worst of the earthquake was, right? So they'll say, oh, in the town, the people that experienced 10s or 9s, that's where the earthquake must have started. People that maybe only feel a 2 or a 3, that's probably where the earthquake, that was probably the edge of where the earthquake was. Okay. So again, what you're doing today, watching this video to learn about the Mercalli scale, another scale we use to rank earthquakes. Then you're going to make sure you read the directions on slide 3. You're going to look at the Mercalli scale on slide 4 and use it to try to determine the rankings of what these people say. So you're going to listen to what they said happened in their account of the earthquake and then give them a ranking on the Mercalli scale. When you get down to the bottom to slide 14, you are done and you can turn it in. Have a great day, everybody. I'm on Go Guardian if you have any questions, okay? Bye.